I can't remember ever interviewing this living legend on radio. Talked to him a couple of times, but this time I'm gonna capture him on tape. Good afternoon, Mr. Harriott.
Yes,
How are you?
this is the man who rides in his musical chariot, Derrick Harriott.
Harriott. Hey, listen, you don't
Yeah,
know what this means to the reggae fraternity and for reggae lovers around the world.
I hope it means a whole lot because your name is so big in the music business.
Oh, stop it.
And first of all, before you go any
Any
further,
further?
I would like to say that your name has stood out for many decades
Oh, my
and
goodness.
promoting Jamaican music. And you have been what you call a giant.
Listen, coming from you, that is such a great honor. But,
And it's so truthful.
yeah, well, today it's all about you. Today it's about you. You know, earlier on I play a song, and maybe that's where you're coming from. Earlier on I was playing a song called Slave that you did. And for some reason, you remember Philip Smart?
Yes.
I don't know if he got it from you, but Philip Smart was playing that song for 3-4 weeks before I could get my hands on that song.
Oh my!
Did you give it to him? You the
I
one that
can't remember. I tell you, I'm cloudy on that one.
yeah, but he played that
Somehow he
song.
got his hands on it.
Yeah, and Philip in radio in New York for me. Philip was my number one competition. So that's what he did with me with Slave. Now, how are you, Mr. Harriott?
I am fair to find.
Great. You know,
And before you go any further, asking me how my, you would be able to. You won't have that on hand today to let them get an idea of slave.
I played it earlier. I
Oh.
played it earlier because I've been playing your songs. You know, I'm so excited in talking to you today. I was playing
Yeah, I've not
Slave.
been tuned in because my right hand lady is not here today. She's at
Yes.
work.
And I want to thank her for making this conversation with you very possible.
Yeah, the great everlasting Lorna Thomas.
Yes, she really worked hard, and even today, you know, we did a little test, and she said that everything is good, not a problem. Now, one of the things, and you have like a 60, 70-year involvement with Jamaican music. And one of the things, and I talked to you briefly, I mentioned it to you. Every time your birthday comes up, and I know this year was worse than of all the times. People just have you as passing, and I know it bothers you because they said it bothers you. How do you think, or why do you think this is so? You know, it comes up every year. Derrick Harriott has passed. Derrick Harriott.
Yeah.
Oh man, how do you feel about that?
No way at all.
It don't hurt you?
But what it has done, one of the things it has done is that reminds people that I'm still around and kicking.
Yes, it does. I
Yes.
remember this birthday. I just shared the same date with Bob Marley, right? February.
Yes, Bob Marley shared the same date with my birthday,
How
6th of February.
old are you right now?
You know, I'm still wondering.
You're still wondering. Listen, that is on file somewhere. You've been around. Okay. When did you start in this business? Cause since I've been hyping this up that I was gonna be talking to you. A lot of people came. They remember you from. I just read a piece from Copeland Forbes, telling me how important you are to his coming into the business. Some people say you started with Derrick and Sang. Tell us, how did you get
No.
into this business?
Well, to be frank with you, when I came into this business, it's just a love of way back days. My brothers used to play radio, and certain types of music used to come over, which influenced me a lot. Billy Eckstein was a man who used to influence me from way back. Nat King Cole, people like that. Sarah Vaughan, and many others. I used to like a little group named the Four Freshmen.
Oh, really? Never
Yeah,
heard of
love
them.
the harmonies and thing and thing and thing.
Mm-hmm.
And coming from those days and listening to this music, and then now the Jamaican thing now, any corner that a sound system was playing, I would find myself there. I can remember when I down the bottom of Mountain View Avenue, them used to play up at upstairs place, right at Mountain View Avenue at the bottom. And when I was attending Excelsior, as an Excelsior man,
Yeah.
I used to hear this. So we used to hear the sound, and we never done till we trace it down, and find out that was at the bottom of Mountain View, at this upstairs place. A sound system played many nice R&B songs and everything, and we used to follow it up.
And you're talking in the 50s, right? In the 1950s, right?
Certainly, in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
And my partner, I had a partner at school here named Junior Sang. Call him Junior Sang. I call him brother, who was with my group too after.
That's the name that someone mentioned to me.
Yeah, And we used to walk home these nice young ladies from school. And they lived down in the Mountain View area there.
Okay.
And then after we dropped them off, and we went down and just stood there and listened to music, some wicked R&B songs.
Right.
Yeah, it used to draw away,
So in those days, though, I mean, you had the radio fusion system. You didn't have. Did you have the regular radio or just the radio fusion?
Regular radio.
Okay.
But with the radio fusion too, yes.
Right. You remember your first recording?
My first recording, yes.
What was that?
First of all, before the first recording, myself and Sang, who plays keyboard. I never did play keyboard at all, but he played keyboard, and he and I used to rehearse. Okay, so here comes now this show that I used to see and go to. Palace Theatre, them have a double bill, and them have they have the double bill, and between double bills they had this talent show, Opportunity Hour, put on by the great Virgin.
Yes,
he was a columnist too, but he used to put on these shows, and for you to qualify, you had to enter the contest. They had this singing contest, and they have other acts, which is some wicked dancing with some wicked footman like Pam Pam and them play.
Right.
And we used to watch the show, and I said to myself, well, I must can do better than one and two of these people.
I'm sure you did.
I survived that. Yes. I could have been wrong, but I survived that, and it worked.
So you enter the competition?
Enter the competition, and I remember coming second.
Who was first?
I did that thing by the turbans name, When You Dance.
When You Dance. Who was first?
I'm not remembering, frankly.
Okay.
Not remembering. But in watching the Opportunity Hour, watching a few of them, I was very influenced by Sims and Robinson, better known as Bonnie and Scully.
Oh, okay.
And also helped me along the way by helping me with some songs that I couldn't remember, And so I had to split £2,
£2. That was the
No,
prize.
but people have not said them clap for me. Want me not share it, boy.
You know, share it.
You know what I mean? Yes.
So after winning, that's when you decided you're gonna go in the studio and start your recording career
Yes. But this time now with song.
with song.
But we used to hire a little studio where you pay a little small. And you record your voice. Like you make a dub plate, like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And myself and Sang went there and did 1 and 2 songs. One of them was Lollipop Girl.
Lollipop
original.
Girl.
Yeah, an original song. And
Lollipop.
then now the sound on named Thunderbird. Half Chinese, you used to have a sound and we hit him and him play it. And the evening when him play it to Rotted, about 20 odd times before him could have take it off, you know. People him never want him to take it off at all. And it goes on till it reached the hands of Duke Reed.
Duke Reed.
Trojan. And it also reached the hands of Sir Coxsone Downbeat. You understand?
I'm able to pull up Lollipop Girl with the Jiving Juniors, it says, Derrick Harriott. Let me remind listeners of what this song sounds like. Is this the one?
Yeah, that sounds like the original.
So this was your first hit song then, we could say.
First hit song. While that was number 1, when it was officially recorded for Duke Reed, when that song went to number 1, the number 4 song was My Heart's Desire. So we had 2 at the top 5 there.
Wow.
You know? Yes.
And guess what, Mr. Harriott? Guess what? We are well equipped. Cause we knew you were coming. The music at the time was R&B, as you said.
I don't know about that. We just sing a nice little song so I did it.
Right.
And the people them love it. I was glad to endorse it as Jamaicans on the scene with their own thing, you know? Yes, so that was lovely. And you are the first person I've heard in all the people that I know ever draw that song.
You're kidding me? Really?
Yes. You're a genius.
Well, I'm well prepared because I want to make sure, my conversation with you, it's got to be taped for the world to hear it. And I just want to make sure I'm prepared. Now, I know you promised me 20-25 minutes. So let me ask you, when did you decide to go into? You have done all these work for other producers, Duke Reed and Mr. Dad and so on. When did you decide to do it on your own? And why?
We did it first on our own because we're not officially put out as a, recording. We just did it as a fun thing and say one of them songs I can play that tune and say maybe them, blah, blah, blah. And then it just happened that the song reached into Thunderbird musical box and, he played it and things started to happen.
Right. But as a producer, though, what was your first hit as a producer?
As a producer?
Yes, when you started to produce your own material, what song was your first hit? You remember?
One of the first hit was I had a nice little tune named I Care,
I Care.
You and I love you and I care, yes.
Really?
And
did you say Did you say I Care?
It went to number 2 on the hit parade. It never got number 1, but it went number 2. Which to me was as good as number 1.
On the label it says Derrick Harriott and the Vagabonds. What's that all about?
That's the group that they back me up on the recording.
Okay, I got you. So that was your first, and that was 1962.
You're really surprising me this evening.
Oh, yeah, go on, so man.
You keep on the man that fine. I've done other versions, but boy, I've done versions and made hits of certain songs. But boy, I don't know how you still have that in your collection, which is
We are collectors, and I get help
yes,
from.
that is what I call a collector. It's
Yeah, we get.
phenomenal.
I have a
Phenomenal.
team led by Marlon Burrell who helps out a lot. So this was your first 1819, and then after the success of this, now you realize, hey, I can do this for myself.
Yes, but after doing with this song and Harriet, driving juniors,
hmm
yes, you realize after that you can do it yourself.
But I remember, Mr. Harriott, when I was like 10, 11, 12, it was all Derrick Harriott. You were in the newspaper, you have ads, you're on the radio, you're on TV. From about 1968 to about I left Jamaica 73, you were like the man. You have all the big artists them, the chosen few, Scotty, and you have all these people around you, the Kingstonians. I tell the story that I've read why you named them the Kingstonian. Can I tell you how I heard it, and can you tell me if it's true?
I can check it out.
Okay, all right. I heard that they were a bunch of country boys, and they would come to Kingston to record for you, and most of the times you guys record late at night or early morning. But the bus that goes to country used to leave early at a certain time, 10 o'clock. You can't get no bus, and you said to them, you all should be Kingstonians because, and that's how the name came up. Is that true?
That I'll throw that up in the air. I don't remember that at the moment.
Okay. But
It's
it is
not
possible.
impossible that it could be true, but I mean,
And the thing that everybody wants to know, your relationship with Dennis Brown. You were the first producer to record Dennis Brown.
yes, 'cause I know him father too,
Mr. Brown,
His father
Arthur Brown.
wasn't acting,
Yes, sir.
And you have Basil Brown, one of the wickedest comedian ever come on Jamaica style. And his jokes, first class jokes, I mean, wicked, you laugh till the week. Yes.
How did
So
you...
I know these people before I even know Dennis.
Right.
So they must have said to Dennis, check Derrick Harriott, man. He's a man, the music thing, I figure I stopped it like that because
Right.
I'm not come by and did a little rehearsal. And I immediately took him to the studio.
What did you hear when Dennis did that rehearsal?
Talent. One of Jamaica's greatest ever talent.
So
If
you
you want
never...
to know versatility, just let's listen him sing Wichita Line, man.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
But let me ask you this.
Even though the one that brought him big for me when he started recording was
Silhouettes, right.
Yes.
But that
And
wasn't...
his early tune, him do a tune for name Lips of Wine,
Oh,
And let
really?
it taste your lips of wine.
Really?
It wasn't the call that name first.
So this is the first recording you did of Dennis Brown, Lips of Wine.
First release, yes.
And your biggest hit with Dennis Brown is Silhouettes?
Yes. But most as a classic, as you guys would say, a wicked classic was definitely the Wichita Line, man. As a classic.
Right. And when you heard this, Dennis was about 9, 10 at the time when he came on and sang for you?
I didn't make a note of that, but I think he was around 12-ish.
Around 12. Well,
Yes.
most like, because he did Mr. Dad after you. The story goes,
yeah.
Mr. Harriott, that you were in New York. You record the song, you were in New York, and you got caught up in business, and you didn't come back to Jamaica in time to release the tune. And then he went to Mr. Dad. That's so? You remember?
Never in time to release the one he did for Dad.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that certain song that I taught him.
So you have a version of No Man is an Island with him?
It's my version. Dennis was practicing, to do for me.
Oh.
Yes.
So
you hear stories, but you don't have whether it's too much stories.
and that's why you're here, and that's why I'm asking just to verify or deny if that's the
It's
case.
me teach him the song, man, because I had done it, because guess what? It's some guys that do lead. The lead singer was he did falsetto like me, because I changed to not normal. Sometimes I do falsetto, and he was brought to dad by, I understand, one of my singers that in my group of people that recording for me or blah blah blah, and Dennis did it unknowingly to me, but to me and dad a good friend them,
Right.
Dad from yeah.
So you weren't upset or
but that's
anything?
no big thing to that,
You weren't upset or anything like that?
No, because I wanted him to do that for me.
Oh, okay.
So I was a little upset, yes, because I teach him this song. I buy it on 125th Street in New York.
Oh, in Harlem?
In this record store, I hear this song.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I bought it, and I brought it back to do it. I still did it, though,
Yeah, as a matter of fact.
But I say you have a version, because I don't know.
And at a time in Jamaica, Mr. Harriott, you had the sweetest falsetto voice. As a matter of fact, you really started the falsetto voice singing in Jamaica.
Yes, in them early days, yeah.
And you were influenced by the Drifters and these other American groups that they were.
Daniel Burt.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes.
Which one of my biggest songs was Daniel Burt, cover.
Oh yes. What can I do? What can I?
But I made it into a double thing, because half of the tune is me putting my own lyrics about my episode.
You
mean
that's
a long story again.
The wedding thing?
About a whole day to me tell about the episode I got through.
You mean the wedding thing? And today, Mr. Time is of essence. But today, how do you see the Jamaican music scene? What your opinion of it right now?
There's a radio station in Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
I watch it, and I see something happen, I know it was going to happen,
Okay, tell us.
And the man them play oldies. But nice oldies them people used to love,
Mm-hmm.
Like you give me the biggest surprise here now as doing interviews, because you tackle me to some things I never know. Say you have all them two there,
Right.
Yes, your knowledge of getting to the bottom of it.
I thank you. But the question though is, how do you see the status of the music today? You're proud of it? Not too proud? You wish
not too proud, because them talk about them bring something and I talk about this and that, and not like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not like that. But dance, all this and that, foolishness, man.
Let me ask.
Foolish, is Jamaican music same way.
Right.
I bring about dance, all that, all this.
In your over 60 years in the business, have you accomplished all that you wanted to, or there are things left for you to do?
No, I have so much things put down, and I need to when I go back, I will definitely tackle it.
Right.
Yes, because there's so much more to do.
Do you? Well, let me put the question. And I know when I ask this of people like you, people have multiple songs. If I should ask you, name me three of your top songs that you have done, what three would you give me?
I tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I have to put things there in it because boy, that's a song that boy, I tell you.
Which one?
What can I do?
What can I do? Okay. What can I do? All right. What else? You have two more.
The top songs. Sugar Dandy was one.
Sugar Dandy.
Yeah, which was backed up by a New York band. When we were up at the Jive Juniors, was up here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And Teacher Wilshire, them used to Shirelles and all them, Chuck Jackson and all the man that them used to back up. And them had a man in it, saxophone, you know, named Buddy Lucas. Do a tune named 7-11. Spraps, 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 ba-da, da, 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 ba-da, 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 ba-da. Buddy Lucas. Them tune like half a player dance first time. And he was a saxophone man on Sugar Dandy.
All right, listen, what I'm going to do, because we are running over time and I have to continue talking to you. So I'm going to take a quick break, station ID, and then we continue with the conversation. You can spend another 5 minutes with me?
Yes, man, I have to because the first interview I ever done like this.
In 1968, and like I said, I used to follow your career to a certain point because the things you were doing were things that I always say I'm going to do one day. You know, you were a promoter. It was a Christmas morning show you had at the CARIB Theater, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I have that.
In terms of what? That was stamping ground, you know. Every Christmas morning, everybody look forward to that big show, you know.
Yes, I remember. I was from Spanish Town, so I never, as a kid, they won't let me come to Kingston to the show.
Yeah.
But I used to see it. Another thing that I like, you remember Nuggets for the Needy?
Oh, yes.
You were one of the artists that if I'm going to see you at any time, it would be on Nuggets for the Needy.
Yeah, and after a while, instead of me doing it, bringing another group, the Chosen Few, on the scene.
Yes.
I made them do it, and they became popular on that show too.
Yes. But
yes, after a while.
I'm going back to 1968. You entered the festival competition with a song that I was rooting for you, mister. Yeah, that was good enough, but for some reason, this was my favorite song, and I was like 12 at the time. This festival song, and even when I do festival over the years, because each festival season we play the old songs, who backed you up on this? I mean, the music was just so good. You remember who were the musicians?
Bongo Herman and Les them was, I think, or the drummers them, you know.
Yes, I figured that
much.
I
can remember.
I figured that much. And that year was one of the most competitive years in the competition. Yes. And you came fourth with this song.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yo, brethren.
You remember that?
Yeah, man, we have it down on record, man.
Yes, but that was not the first festival song I ever did, you know.
It wasn't your first?
No, the first one was named Our Time to Celebrate Festival. And the winner that year was the famous song that rhythm continues.
To this day, Toots and Bam Bam.
That was the year when, I tell you, who won that year? Oh, hey, the great ones, Toots and the Maytals.
Yeah, with
Bam Bam.
Yeah, 1966.
Yes.
Our time to celebrate, you say it was, right?
Well, the Tang Tang, the nice one.
Oh, yeah, Tang Tang was my favorite. By the 70s now, you started your musical chariot, you started having some of the better artists. The Chosen Few. You had Scotty as a singer, then you have Scotty as a DJ.
Yes. All these artists you can't give me number one hit.
Because they start doing your old songs them over now. You with Scotty.
Not only that, but I produced with other artists.
Right.
Yes. And they came and gave number one. because I figured they could do it.
Right, right. So was it hard to get signed to Derrick Harriott Chariot label? Was it a hard thing? I heard it
Not
was very
really, you know, if you know some artists that come and say, boy, Chariot.
I've heard it. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I said this and that, you know, but boss, give me a break, no, man. Wow.
What was your standard? What was your standard? Why were you so tough on them? You didn't go for the mediocre?
No, because I don't like the whole but ton load of people.
Okay.
You know, you need a selected few. And that's a prejudice against other people, you know.
I understand.
But you know, like the whole heap of artists. You know what I mean? The more the artists come, big artists, them, you know, big name, you know. Boy, Chariot. It's a camp out of your shop, you know, boss, and look a break.
And the reason for that, you had a very high standard.
Yes, looking out for good things, because from that time coming up to a good time after, right up to Rocksteady days, notice the artists them. Or them pronounce them words good.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying a little slang not nice, you know, but them, you know, they pronounce words so good.
Right.
Yes, man. That's why I've been influenced toward my musical career with other artists.
Right.
You know,
right.
Alton Ellis and Ken Booth and, you know, all them people, eh?
Right. If you were to do it over again, Mr. Harriott, would you make any changes to the things you have done in this business?
Just continue trying to, as best as you could, to make great music.
Right.
And put the right ingredients in it. Try get good melodies and things like that, you know?
Right.
Yes, so that is a key.
Now, earlier you asked me, I told you about what Philip Smart used to do to me with Slave. I mean, all 5 boroughs were on fire because it was so different to hear you singing social commentary like this. Because everybody knew you at the time as Mr. Lover's rocker, you know, Mr. Balladeer and so on. But to have a song like this played, it was like, you sure, Derrick Harriott? You sure, Derrick Harriott?
Them bring up that style for me on the style.
Oh, really? And there was another song you did also, Message from a Black Man, that a lot of people didn't think it was you. I remember playing this song and people were just always asking because you had one of the best versions of this song. All good things must come to an end, and unfortunately we have to come to an end. What would you like to say to your millions of fans that's gonna hear this eventually, who listening now and who's gonna hear it on tape, Facebook and all of that? What do you have to say to them at this point?
Keep listening to great Jamaican music that you know of. You people are not no fools. You understand? And you know good music. Just keep listening to great Jamaican music. Don't care how it is, old or new, whatever.
Right.
Yes.
And do you have anything that... I mean, if you're going to the Derrick Harriott vault right now, you have something, a few tracks that gonna be released anytime soon?
I'm sure that I have a track that you would love to play.
Of course.
And that is by my niece, Kim Harriott.
I remember playing her in the 70s.
Yes, man.
Oh, she's still around?
Oh, yes.
Okay. She had a song, I remember. Yes. Ken Williams used to play it a lot.
Yes.
So what about you? You don't have nothing you want to release in the near future?
Well, if I think, man, album, sorry, an album called To Come.
To Come?
Yes, called, it's called The Great Falsetto Hits.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The fans them say, boy, come with it, man. Come. And I go and give them it now. It's about time.
It's
them get
about
that.
time. So
Yes.
there's no retirement for you then, Mr. Harriott. You don't see no retirement in your future.
You know who I have mentioned? That is one of the greatest people in my early time of producing.
Oh.
A duet called Keith and Tex.
Oh, yes,
Tonight.
yes.
Stop
yes.
that train, yes.
Yes, you are absolutely right. And again, it goes back to the point that people say that you usually goes for the best. And there's another one, Ruddy Mills, that
Rudy Mills,
Rudy
a
Mills.
long story.
Yeah. You gave him his 2 or 3 biggest hits.
I would say 2.
2. You would say 2. You would
But
say
other sellers.
yes, other
Other
sellers,
sellers.
but you gave him 2 big hits.
Yes.
Have you been honored by the government of Jamaica as yet?
Yeah, man, them give me an honor there. I can't remember what it is.
Oh,
But one of the good ones. Them.
one of the good ones, them.
Yes, one of the good
Well,
ones.
you more than deserve it. And I said, right now, with a lot of our stalwarts passing, Bonnie Whaler, Bob Handy, and those people.
Yeah, my good friend them.
Yeah, I can
Bob
just
them,
imagine.
I keep 2 shows with Bob them,
You
at
did?
the VIP club, which was normally called Glass Bucket Club, in the heart of Halfway Tree.
Right.
I keep 2 shows with them. That is another
Another cap, another feather in your cap.
Another thing, yes. Look at things happen but great. The people them turn out like nothing, man.
And over the past couple of days, I've been telling people, when I speak to you, you're still chirpy, your voice is still strong, and I'm listening to you now, and they are listening to you, and I say, man, you are like one of the soundtracks of our lives. No, seriously, because I can't remember a day with
feel good. They're
They're not true, man.
Yes, yes.
I mean, you
appreciate
can't be a Jamaican and say there was a time I never had a birthday and you not around. Okay?
Yeah.
You are one of the soundtracks of our lives.
Yes.
So I just want to thank you for taking the time out. And hopefully we can do this again maybe on your birthday 2023.
Yes. Definitely. You're not showing off, but you're just scratching the surface.
I know. I tell you, I remember.
You surprised me from all the interviews I've done. I've never come across somebody that could draw out
Draw you through them.
original songs.
Yeah, man, we work.
Yes,
I remember,
yes.
before you go, I remember meeting you at a fair in Kingston. There was a fair, open fair, and you were there. And I approached you. I think it was like maybe 87, 88. And I approached you, and I complimented you. Oh, you look good, and your skin tone nice. And you said to me, I don't know if you won't remember, but I'll tell you what you said to me. You said you work for it. I said, what do? You exercise? I said, no, I juice. I do another you still juice?
Yes.
You still juice?
Yeah.
Nice. And I say, juicing does that? You say, yep. You've been juicing at that time, maybe 10 years before at that time. You said juicing. And I never forget that. When I think of juicing, I remember you.
I hear you.
What's in your juice today? What do you put in your juice now?
No, just still have the regular thing. Them, you love your sour soup and you love your this and that and that. Jamaica has some of the greatest juices in that. I mean, it all over the world, but
right.
That was our main thing,
Right.
Yes.
I like
all
that.
the way.
When you told me that, I said, so there are benefits in juicing. You blend everything.
Yes, and a man who I'd like to big up in the scene, Jamaican scene, who have done so much and always looking out for Jamaica, is Keelan Beckford.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, Keelan
yeah,
have him liquor store and blah,
in
blah, blah.
Brooklyn.
No.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, he's at the stores no more, but he still sells.
Online. He
Yes,
does this
you know what I
thing.
mean? Yeah, but Keelan is a man really conscientious of making Jamaica name keep high.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
That is
Keelan.
true.
Man.
Can't take that away from him. I
Yes.
tell you, people are now saying it's so good to hear your voice and hear you very vibrant and jovial, because a couple months ago the internet had you as past,
That's what?
as you are someone who has passed along. You had died.
Yeah, them always them love keep up that see. Them love keep up that. Yeah, that
So
go cheer with them do that.
I know Berries is another one, and Stevie Wonder. They love Killer of Berries and Stevie Wonder and Derrick Harriott. So it's good to hear your voice. You're well, your voice, you're here and you're gonna be with us for a very long time. I want to take the time to just thank you for making this interview possible.
And I'd like to thank you for having me on this surprisingly great interview as far
like
as I'm concerned.
Nice,
You know
nice.
what I mean?
All right, sir.
And for a man like you to be doing this, who has been in the music business so long, and really honoring the name Jamaica and the music
Yeah.
that you have divulged to the people.
Listen, I love my
Really
culture.
Great thing, great thing.
Love my culture, love my country, and I love the music. So, Mr. Harriott, you have my digit, I have yours. We gotta stay in touch.
Yes, and to all my folks here, my daughters and sons and blah, blah, blah. I wish them all the best, and they are really making good, what you're saying, great things towards the whole scene of
Right.
whatever country they are in.
Yes.
Yes, them like they are mostly, most of the children them is from, to be frank with you, are from what you call it now, USA.
USA. What happened
Yeah,
to
that
your?
of them was born here, you know.
What is happening with your record store in Jamaica? Did you close it down in that plaza?
No, I didn't close it down. But I'm still figuring what to do with it coming up, you know.
Cause it seemed
But,
like
something have to go on, you know.
it seemed like vinyl
But,
is coming back.
I'll tell you the God truth, I'm still paying rent.
Yeah, man. Cause the sale of vinyl is coming back. Vinyl is picking up again. So all them
Yes.
old records that we have there.
Yes, my friend from Japan who released my thing, the Naki, and say, any amount, vinyl, any amount. I was so surprised to hear that.
Yeah, man. It's picking up. It's picking
Yes,
up.
yes.
So if you didn't close it yet, don't bother close it.
Yes, no, I don't close it yet.
All right, sir. All right, we got to move on to the news. And Mr. Harriott, we thank you very
God
much.
bless you, my brother. God bless you. What an interview. I hope I'll get it somehow. I don't
You
want
will,
to
you will.
anybody.
Once it's edited and polished up, you will get a copy of it.
Yes, definitely.
All right,
I
respect.
appreciate this the utmost.
All right. Talk to you later.
Yeah, you made my day.
I'm glad to hear that.
And Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Only for artists, no for them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out no for water. To reggae artists.